Good morning, everyone. If you're all there, if you're not, I'm sorry. If we've got the dates mixed up, or the times, I'm sorry, the times of this show today. I'm sorry if you have. But at least you know we're here. JK will be here as well. He'll just pop himself on when he's ready. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, if you think it, I thought it was 10:30. But anyway, I'm here now, and JK is here. And let's talk films, let's talk TV series, let's talk everything. I watch some so terrible stuff though. You know, you put it on and you go, wow, this might be good. And then it's a, there's a production company called Asylum. And I've watched a couple of their films and the CGI is dreadful. Absolutely, and the acting, some of the acting's shocking. Uh, It's hard to explain, and but it's so amateurish. So I won't be watching them anymore. And that's like two films I actually watched. One was about lava things, you know, the end of the world. Oh, shocking, absolutely shocking. But as I said, you know, but as I said, the you know, the special effects. It's so funny. I'm sorry to say that, you know, because people might just like these type of films. But if you want a little bit of reality, not like very amateurish, so to speak. Morning, Frankie, says Daryl. Morning, Daryl. Morning, Frank, how are you? Paul Turner. Morning, my invisible, says Daryl. Morning, JK. Hope you're
Morning, Paul.
the invisible man. But
David
anyway,
Gerrard.
yeah. Have you watched anything lately?
I watched there's the Indian matchmaking program where a
Oh,
woman goes around the world and it's on Netflix, I think.
oh yeah.
Um, yeah, and it's like every country does it now, like every race or whatever it is, and it's like mad. Have you ever watched it? Indian matchmaking? It's on Netflix.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. This like auntie woman goes around the whole world, America, India, gets people together, and it's like it's just madness. The amount of money they spend on a wedding, and most of them wedding marriages don't even last.
Well, that's it, isn't it? I don't watch anything like that. You know, Love Island. Ever
Hmm.
seen anything like that? I've never watched 1 minute of it. I don't like reality things.
Hmm.
They're all phony. I always
Hmm.
remember when I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Hmm.
And I thought, that's shocking. There was this girl, I think she was a Londoner or something, and she was terrified. She was quite big girl, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And some blonde one, and she was like scared of everything. And said, "I want to go home." So anyway, she went home after a few days, and she became. This is what I'm saying, a sort of celebrity.
Yeah.
And she was already. I didn't even know her. You know, I didn't know her. This girl. That's the type of people that really annoys me. What celebrity status have they got, or what have they deserved?
Hmm.
And that's the thing, you see. Have you watched things like that?
Yeah, I was like, when you look at the whole Love Island and all these total programs, it's given the masses a chance to become famous. That's why they let in just normal people to be celebrities now because they're thinking the world can think, oh, you know what, I got a chance to come on
Yeah,
TV, become big time. Never had that in the old days. Say in
no,
the 80s, 90s, you couldn't be on TV. You couldn't even think about that, you know?
yeah,
And that's all that is.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? You know, these particular people, they go into these places. They're supposed to be a celebrity, bits, and that's celebrity Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
Celebrity Big Brother. You know, and I don't know, man. Well, I haven't watched terrestrial telly for a very, very
Mm-hmm.
long time. And I mean a very long time.
Yeah,
Has
it's
that,
like when yeah.
has that Liverpool thing come out on Netflix? You know, the documentary?
Not I'm not sure, not yet there, I don't think.
Because
So
Klopp didn't want any part of it, did he?
yeah, that's what he said. He said he would leave the club or something like that. If ever documentaries made or something like that. So but it's weird, just like everything, just timing wise. If that documentary comes out as well after Edwards walked in 2 days after, it's all like anti-Klopp everything. Yeah,
Um, and the alley, our panel scouts. Morning, lads. Morning, panel.
man off.
No, see that? No, he's changed his name. He had a big posh name the other day, didn't he? All nice and the way he put it out. All that was just back to panel scouts.
The original.
The original, yeah, the original panel. But anyway, Ali Noose, he says, not yet, only Man City documentary is there.
hmm
Well, I won't
I'm
be
not a
watching.
big favourite of clubs showing the inside of what's going on. I've seen documentaries where the manager, you can see exactly what he's trying to say to the players and stuff. For
Yeah,
me, nah. No need to give any information out, realistically.
no,
If it's not there, it's like what Klopp says after a game, what Pep says after a game, when he's angry. We don't really need to know that. And
yeah,
like, it's going to give opposition, like, I bet most of the teams watch these documentaries, think, see if I can learn anything to beat
yeah,
these guys. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. How can you do documentaries like that?
exactly. Well, Dennis Paparak all the way from Tampa. Dennis, I
Right.
couldn't go to see her. I couldn't walk. I can't walk. There's no way that I can go. And I'm waiting for an operation anyway, so that's my excuse. But you have my address. Should have come and see me. Don't live far, from the city centre. Don't live. You could have walked to my home. You could have walked. And then I would have seen you. You and your incurables. No, we don't want any documentaries about
Liverpool.
LFC
Yeah.
at the likes of anyone else. If they want it, like Man City, let them do it. Doesn't bother me, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
we keep out. Good morning, Don Franco, says Colin Dykes. Don Franco. No. I just get, I just get, I'm frustrated with everything now anyway.
hmm
I'm just frustrated now with everything, what's going on. So without any documentaries, if you know what I mean, just so
Yeah.
fed up with it. You must be as well. You must
Yeah,
be.
because like he's not even doing like an official press conference that he's actually the manager. But he didn't stop him back in the days, like saying, "Yeah, I'm going to be the new manager." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well,
It was
yeah,
just to wind Klopp up. For me, it was just everything was done to wind Klopp up.
yeah,
It's like they're really, yeah. It's like when you really like work it all out. So why didn't he? If he's not officially done a press conference, why did he have to say anything at the about 2.5 months ago?
yeah.
Why did he have to say that? He didn't need to say that. There
No,
you go. There you go. But fans won't really see that. Some fans they won't really see it like that. But for me, if he's willing to say it in a when he was Feyenoord manager and Klopp was still at Liverpool and we was sort of in the title race, and he was willing to say, yeah, I'm going to be the new manager, then all of a sudden the season's over. How many weeks now? 2, 3?
Yeah.
It's been enough
And he
time.
got, but he pops up, doesn't he, saying, I want to be Liverpool manager. This is before that he was even,
Officially, yeah.
yeah, which was,
Like, yeah, and that's what, for me, that started his career off with us, not in a good way, from my opinion.
yeah,
And that's what I was saying the other day on the show about Edwards, whoever allowed him to say that. If Edwards and the team said, you know what, don't say anything until the season's over, and maybe a week after the season's finished, then we'll do it. But he wasn't told that. He was like, okay, say what you want, and he did. So, unprofessional for me.
yeah, yeah, no, good point. Panostigos says, no, I just said AKA Gaz on the end of the Panoscos, as that's my name, but everyone is so used to calling me Pano now. So what the back to the plain old Panoscos? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? See, I'm just known as Frank instead of Brad, Brad Pitt. So I just stick to Frank Carlyle. That's it.
What do you think is the reason why he hasn't done an official video that he's the manager and everything?
Do you know what I think it is? I'm not being funny, but I think that he's waiting. Going back to. I'll give you some idea of this. An example. When Adolf Hitler was Chancellor of Germany, and he was having these rallies, you see film of it, you see it, and you see them all sitting there, all patient, all the people, thousands of them, and you see the big thing coming down, these soldiers carrying all those German flags or whatever. And you see them all walking in the middle, then they all spread out, and all the people are there. And you get the likes of Goebbels, the Minister of Information, propagandist, that's what it is. And he stands up and he's talking, and you've got lights behind them flashing, well orchestrated. And then you have Goebbels saying, and they're all waiting for the Hitler to appear. And then he just says, and now, dear citizens, we have our Chancellor, our Führer, Adolf Hitler, and he doesn't appear. He doesn't appear, and they're all looking, they're all waiting. They're all waiting for him, man. They're all waiting for him to appear. Then all of a sudden, after about 2 or 3 minutes, he just appears, and they go into a frenzy. That's what I think is happening. I really think that's happening with Slot. How to pronounce his name is Snoot. Snoot, as someone said. But this is what I think. I think he's just gonna go, here I am. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. Whether it'll work or not, I just don't know. Because people are fed up. Let's just read out these. Brad Pitt, do you like him, Frank? The thing is, I think he's a great actor. And if you haven't seen Killing Them Softly, watch it. Killing Them Softly is a fantastic film.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a fantastic film, Brad Pitt. Watch it.
James
And,
Gandolfini's in that, yeah?
hey,
James Gandolfini's in that film, Killing
yeah,
Them Softly.
James Gandolfini, yeah.
Yeah,
And
seen it.
James Gold, yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah. A long time ago, though.
Yeah, but isn't it good?
Yeah, it's quality.
If you haven't seen it, try and catch it. It's really good film. Yeah, I like Gandolfini, great actor.
Top actor.
And you see how different he was from Tony Soprano in that. Albeit that he was a hitman, without giving anything away now. And Yusuf says, apparently Sloot's a fan of Forrest Gump. Oh, right. Yeah, look at that. Yusuf. See it, say it, salute it. Slot it. That's a cracker. I think that's answering what we were talking about. Why he hasn't made an appearance, press conference. People are saying, oh, it's because of the Euros. They can F off them for saying stupid because of the Euros.
Yeah. There's nothing.
What a load of bollocks that is. Because of the Euros.
The players are away. They're going to be away anyway. They'll be on their holidays. Him making a press conference.
What's it got to? Yeah, but what's it got to do?
Yeah.
What's it got to do with the fans, us? If the players are away in the Euro, well, so what? Why can't he appear and go, hello?
Yeah.
The panel says future prediction song. And he's like, nah, nah, nah. He's won the lot, nah, nah, nah. And he's like, nah, nah, nah. And he Slaughter's won the lot. And he Slaughter's won the lot.
That's a good one.
Forrest Gump, eh? Loves Forrest Gump. Yusuf, there's going to be the greatest film ever to grace the face of the earth in 10 years' time about Slot conquering Europe. Forget Brad Pitt. Slot will be the one to watch.
You've seen Moneyball. Brad Pitt's in that one as well, yeah?
Yeah, you've got to watch that.
Yeah, Moneyball, good film.
About this club. I mean, yeah, really, what's going on. You've got to watch it. Edwards, the control freak running Slot, says TW. See, there's a lot of controversy now. Who runs the club? That's one thing. Who runs the club? Yeah, how about this? The Scottish Bear. Slot press getting delayed. FSG selling Klopp merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just cashing in.
You know what? Good message, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. T-shirts, posters, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, on my fridge, I've got, those magnets. Got one, a couple of big granddaughter, a couple of Pompeii, and one of Begani.
Mm-hmm.
Do I take it down or do I leave it there? That's the problem. It's like say like when you were younger and you used to have footballers, hanging on the wall, little posters, and if they leave, like Kevin Keegan, for example, if they leave, do you still have the Kevin Keegan poster up?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
You don't. You take it down.
yeah, because he didn't play for Liverpool.
Yeah. No more Liverpool. He's walked out. He's walked out. No matter how you look at it. In your opinion, did he walk out, or was he forced out, or didn't he have any? Didn't he have any alternative?
Kevin Keegan.
No, Clough.
For me, like when you look at it the business way, I always said that 300 million, 4 to 5 billion worth now. So Klopp did his sort of job on and off the field, you know. Off the field, big time. Look at that value he's brought. Like when Klopp came in, the club, it was worth 300 million. Now look at it, crazy money, the worth. So Klopp did that, and I think maybe Klopp sort of agitated with like he was after Chukwuemeni. He was after they were saying Casado as well, like a big signing, like £100 million signing. Maybe they didn't want to do that as well. And I think Slot ain't gonna come in and say I want this guy for 140 million. You know, I can't really see him doing that because it's like as you always say, he bought how many players? 15 for 13 million or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If that works in that league, fair play to him, you know what I mean? But for Liverpool, not for us. You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
going
We're
to.
Liverpool.
No way
Yeah,
is it going away. No
yeah,
way. No way whatsoever.
yeah. So in a
But
weird sort of way, I think Edwards walking straight back in showed us what the situation there was. I think FSG wanted to bring him back in now. Because what happens every year when how far low we are in the league, we finish out of the cups, whatever it is, value always goes up and down with clubs and stuff. I imagine we got fifth the season before this one. This season we got third. So they got Champions League this year. But they were just thinking, you know what, this is how much we're worth now. Let's get rid of Klopp because he would want bigger signings than Slot, I believe. That is one major reason as well.
okay, let's get on to these. Yusuf says Brad Pitt has posters of Slot on his bed. The panel says I'm okay with FSG cashing in on Klopp before he goes. That's the panel. Chris says too many fans blasé about the Fenway's man being appointed. Jürgen was understandably generous. I will support the team, and that's it. Klopp reminds me of Shanks. He was always fighting the board. Good point. Good point. The panel says swings and roundabouts, Frank. It doesn't really matter. He felt he couldn't continue under the present regime, so a change is as good as a rest, in my opinion. That's a very good shout. That's a very good shout because what you've got, it's just what it says there. He felt he couldn't continue under the present regime. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And when when no players are being recruited, but there's someone being recruited in the administration part and the director of football. Bang, that's it. The way I look at it also, I think it's only what he says they couldn't continue under the present regime is when he said, I'm leaving. Now everything should have been done quietly. Everything should have been done quietly, about Edwards, about Hughes, about this Bournemouth thing, because our backroom staff was still there. Our backroom staff was still there. The manager was still there. Everything was still there. Then all of a sudden it became topsy-turvy. And people, there was odds on, the that Betway thing, where you have a bet. They were coming out with Xabi Alonso being odds on, or well odds on. I'm hammering him. He was in second, and you get up then the likes of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else. And then, Slot was mentioned. And I tell you another thing as well, it's only what Michael Edwards said. He said, the appointment we've made is not going to please all the fans. That's when he mentioned this Slot fella. No one knew who he was. If anyone says that he's a great manager, I think they're being wishful. It's wishful thinking on their part, because you can't judge him. You can't judge him. You could judge the likes of Xabi, what he did this season, in his first season. But you can imagine what he'll do as the experience is becoming more and more, if you know what I mean. You can judge even Amarim, with his league and how he won it. You can judge anybody. Myself, I would rather have had someone. I wanted the best manager available. That's who I wanted. We're Liverpool Football Club, and I keep reiterating what I'm saying, and to reiterate and go on about it, makes me look a fool. But I just want the best for Liverpool Football Club. We've got the best supporters in the world. It's the best club in the world. We've got some of the most fantastic players in the world. Why not a manager? Do you see what I mean? Do you see where I'm coming from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, no one knew nothing about this guy.
No.
If you're doing a pub quiz or whatever, and the question was, who is the manager of Fornoid? No one would know the answer. Simple as. And I can't. Look, at the end of the day, when I said this, when all this was going on a while back, that when the whistle blows for the start of the season, I'm going to support the guy. He's the manager of Liverpool, But I've noticed a lot of these guys who sort of favour Edwards and everyone, they have so many agendas against Klopp, certain players. But we don't do that. The real fans, Slot's the manager, we've got to back him, But I just wish he knows what he's got in the squad, what he needs. Like for us, like me and you know what we need. We need a DM and a centre back. I hope he knows that as well,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Scottish Bear, he says the chatters Klopp wanted to walk last season. His wife persuaded him to stay. the chat is that his wife wanted to, you know, after his tenure was up, you know, with his contract, she wanted him to stay for another 5 years. That was the chat. To be honest, Scottish, he wanted, she wanted him to stay another 5 years. She said, you know, you're still relatively young, and just stay another, because he loved the club. He loved the fans. He loved the city. He loved where he lived. And, you know, so did she. She loved the community that she was in. She had friends. The kids loved her. And she said, just stay another 5 years. She was talking to him. And that's the proper thing. That is, you know, rather than Ulla trying to persuade him to stay, you know, and all this. Wanted to leave. He may have wanted to have left because of what he couldn't get. And we all know what he couldn't get. But I'm really not having anybody telling me when he went to the M&S arena that he came out with the truth. I'm not saying Jürgen's a liar or anything, far from it. What I'm saying is this. He's not going to come out and just say, this is why I've left. This is why I've left. There's no way he's going to tell thousands of people there that'll just bang right through. Right through. You could see with all the body language with John Henry. John Henry, he's only come out and said thanks to the, you know, yesterday was it? I don't know when he came out, but he never said anything. You could see it was explosive with him and the owner. You just can't compete. You can't carry on. The owner was never here anyway. And I think Jürgen was made up with that. Jürgen was made up with that. And I'm just going to go through these and think about this. What Werner said. Okay? Did you hear the latest what he wanted? JK.
What did he say?
He wants a premiership to be played in New York City. But don't say anything yet. Just think about it. Just want to go through these. Chris says, I can't say that. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm not bringing politics into that, mate. I'm sorry. Sorry to turn this into an episode instead of film. Yeah, it's your fault, Youssef. It's your fault. TW, I heard somewhere that wants the Prem games to be played in every corner of the world. Haven't we as supporters given enough? I'm robbed about Sky subs every month. It's not football anymore for the fans. TW, it's been, you know, no matter how you know, what we all think of Roy Keane, you know, no matter what we think of him, he came out years ago and said, it's not for ordinary fans now. It's the prawn sandwich brigade. And think about that, the prawn sandwich brigade. And that's what it's all about. He was talking about the corporate, which, as I said on the football pod a few weeks ago, I said that I was made up to bring my granddaughter, my 11-year-old granddaughter, to the game against the Southampton. And I phoned Francine up, you know, my daughter, and I said to her, look, I said, what if I brought you and Sophia the game against Crystal Palace? And she said, yeah. I said, well, all right, see what the tickets are and that. And she came back to me, and this is for Crystal Palace game, obviously at Anfield. And that game, for 3 tickets, one for an 11-year-old, my granddaughter, who loves most salad, by the way, she loves most salad. It would have cost me £3,060. Think about that for 1 second. £3,060 for 3 tickets.
That's crazy.
Well, there you go. And if TW with his thing there,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he wants every corner, and it's Saudi as well. He wants it to be played in Saudi. And when I seen that, I went, why Saudi? It just went ding, if you know what I mean. Who are the only people who could buy Liverpool Football Club? In your opinion? Who'll have the money to buy Liverpool Football Club for about 5-6 billion?
There's a few people out there who could.
Yeah, well, Saudi, isn't it? The Middle Eastern people. That's it. Right.
But we're going with the TW's comment about playing Premier League games around the world. You can't do that. It's like
no, it's just more. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but think about it. You could play at least 2. You could play one in New York City. You fly there, and these are all finely tuned athletes. So you fly there on the Sunday night or whatever after the game. Say we play on the Sunday, and we've got the next matches on a Saturday or even a Sunday. So you'll have all that time in New York to recuperate, get over the jet lag, train, whatever. That's so easy, believe me. So you can play one match in New York. But I think he'd want to play as well in Boston. But New York is the main city in the northern hemisphere of America. In my opinion, Klopp is loyal. Why would he not see his contract? He has at every other club. Something is not quite right. I don't think he was pushed. He wanted out. I don't think he was pushed. He wanted out. I don't think he was pushed. He wanted out. Well, that's it. See, you've got to look at your own language there. He has at every other club being loyal. Something is not quite right. So, what do you mean? Of course, there wasn't something that was quite right. But all of a sudden, it's anything, it's any profession. Any profession. You don't come out midway through the season and say, I'm going now. You don't do that. You don't do it. You don't do it. I'm telling you now. And, you're quite right, Scottish. Yeah, he's a loyal person, so he would have fulfilled his contract. He would have gone through it. He would have fulfilled it. And when you look at his quote, what he said, I didn't want to leave, but I needed to. There's lots and lots of permutations with that. Lots of, you know, you had Mr. Edwards, whom they don't get on, with. They detest each other, believe it or not. And he just strolls back and goes, I'm back. How do you think he's going to feel? So, you know, there's lots like that. But I certainly don't believe that he wouldn't fulfill his contract, that he just packed it up. There's something deeply rooted with him leaving. Something deeply rooted. That's just me. Panov says, to be fair, no one knew Klopp was going to be a great manager, so we can't write off Sloot. It's Sloot, that's how you pronounce it. Until he's had a go. Whoever stood in after Klopp was going to be up against it. Absolutely. No one. Look, we're all Liverpool fans. Every one of us. We're all great Liverpool fans. We want Liverpool to do everything, win everything. I do. JK does. Anyway, Chris says the youngsters own the MSM and influence media. Even before the official appointment, every Joe and his dog was bigging up Arnold's slut. So, you know, they were actually. You've got to look at Paul saying, unfortunately, Frank, the owners don't have the same ambition or the same feelings we have for our football club. We are just a money-making product to them. Well, any business, you could own a boutique, and you know you get the best of stuff in, the best, you know, and you're doing well. It sells to the people, and you just go in. You're not worried about cleaning the windows and brushing the floor. You get someone to do it, as long as the money's coming in. That's all. That's all. As long as the money's coming in, you're not bothered about that. Yusuf, 99.9% of people thought Klopp was going to be a great manager. He had credentials before he came, won back-to-back Bundesliga with Dortmund and got to the... I totally agree with that. I knew that he was a great manager because there was two. See, I know that what the panel was saying. I'll go back to what the panel was saying, what he said. And it's about, to be fair, no one knew Klopp was going to be. To be honest, it's just what Yusuf said, panel. I knew that Klopp was a very good manager, and I knew that he'd be well better than the Irish fella. The Irish fella, I knew. And that was made up. There was two in the running. There was Carlo Ancelotti and there was Jurgen Klopp. And I didn't mind either of them. I said, we're getting it, you know, either one of them. We're going to do something more so than what the Irish fella did. Never forget that. Never forget that 6-1 defeat by Stoke. Never forget going out of the Champions League at Anfield to Basel. Never forget that.
For me, Rodgers was there to sort of push Gerrard out.
Oh.
That was it. That was one of his main jobs. So they sort of put, because Gerrard was big as the club, if you
Yeah.
understand. Like, look, Gerrard was Liverpool Football Club. Getting on with his age, of course, but they sort of pushed him out pretty quick. And the sort of same sort of happening with Klopp, maybe, you know, like back in the old days. We said this the other day on the show. Managers used to stay 20 odd years at a club. Wenger, Ferguson, the top managers, you know. So 9 years, yeah, it's half of that, but still, it's a stretch. But I think Klopp could have stayed another 4 or 5 years, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, that's
But
what I wanted them to do anyway. See, you can't. As I think the Scottish Bear was it always the Panov. He said that he's very loyal. Of course, he's loyal. He's loyal to me. He's loyal to you. He's loyal to everybody. He's loyal to the club. He's loyal. He loves his lads. You know, his team. He nurtured them.
that's
He
his
made
team.
them to. But there was lack of investment, and this is what he was fighting. Someone came on before and said, you know, about him with the regime. He was fighting the regime all the time for the investment on the pitch. But you're getting excuse after excuse by saying, look what they done for the stand. No, we did it. We did it. Us, Liverpool Football Club, bought it. We bought it. We paid for it ourselves. They never. It's all right saying, oh, we're going to build a new stand. Oh, it's all right, we're going to build facilities up in Kirby, you know, training facility. We paid for it. The Annie Road stand, we paid for it. And do you know what? They got the worst lot of Buckingham. The due diligence was absolutely horrendous. Get the cheapest in. Still isn't finished. They're still trying to box.
They're still not finished, man.
It's not
Crazy.
finished. Think about
Crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Building a stand on above another stand. There's Everton's ground on the dock. Oh, it's nearly finished. And we can't even, we're putting still bricks in. Bricks. So they got the cheapest and the cheaper. They must have been warned that Buckingham, you know, they were struggling to finish off a
Fulham,
bloody
yeah.
stand down at Fulham.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were on the precipice of going into administration. They must have been told that. But no, they went and they brought in the cheapest. And look what happened. Then I really thought with them going bust, they get someone in. And I thought it would be like ants working on the stand to get it finished. Do you see what I mean? To get the analogy about ants, you know, loads of workers. They wasn't even working at the weekend to finish the job. There's just few. This is why. This is why it's not finished. It's just, it's amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, because the lack of funds for the transfer windows over the stage of the building, the stands getting done. You see that Klopp didn't really have no money to spend.
Yeah,
Why? They're using that money just maybe for the work for the stand. Our transfer budget every transfer window, you know,
yeah,
crazy.
absolutely. Every transfer window. The Scottish Bear, it's in Liverpool DNA to strive for greatness. We are Liverpool. Exactly. That's why I wanted the best. The best coach, manager, whatever you want to call him. The best. And to me, Slaughter's not the best. He's not. He's simply not the best. Think about it. If you think he is the best manager out there that Liverpool should have got, fine, no problem. That's your opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, but my opinion is that he's not the best. He's not the best candidate to manage our club or coach our club, our players. This is a totally different league from the Eredivisie. Anyway, Chris Paul saying quite exactly the virtual stole LFC via GH disaster. Of course, yeah, I know. We gave them a club valued at $5 billion. They sell LFC fans data to USA-based sponsors and simply increase assets. Panel. Personally, I think FSG run the club correctly. We are not like some clubs, Man United, 600 million. No, they went on. No, what you've got, Panel, is they went into the market, the stock market. That's why they went into debt. Stock market. We're not in the stock market. Are we run correctly? Yeah. The only thing that lacks, Panel, is investment. Investment. You can't sit there, really, Panel, and say that FSG does everything to invest in the club on the pitch and talking about. You can't say that. You really can't say that. I'm not saying you've said it there. And don't forget, Ixon's Gillette nearly bankrupt. Never. Liverpool would never. The Royal Bank of Scotland, who owns all the assets and everything else, said they would have never have gone into administration. Or did you forget that? Or didn't you hear about it? They said they would never have done that. And do you think that FSG came in and just bought it? It's like me today. If I went out to buy a loaf, I'd have to pay for it. I'd have to go here. I'd have to pay for it. Honestly, I would. I'd have to pay for it. Like I do when I do my shop. That's another story. Bloody prices. But anyway, if I went out for a loaf, as I said, I'd have to pay for it. Now, I want you to tell me, any one of you's on there, did they go in and go, hey, there's 300 million? I want you to tell me that. Did they? Yes or no? Simple as that. Little question. Chris says, slot appointment or slot appointment, the equal of your local bank manager being made leader of the International Monetary Fund or the WEF, World Economic Forum. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go along with that. That's a good analogy. Anyway, let's see what other people are saying. Yusuf, not that this is going to happen, but is fan ownership the answer to all our problems? There's lots of people, like Chris Dix wants, a fan, to own. You've only got to look at now Barca. Now Barca are in trouble because they owe a lot of money, and that's the fan base who own it. Paul Turner, that's part of what doesn't make sense. I could understand him wanting to go in 2023 season, but not this season when we were going great in every competition. It didn't make sense. That's what we were trying to say.
I agree with him.
And Yusuf is answering Chris. Exactly. I think the German league operates that way. The 50+1 ownership model thing. It's got there's some things that Zaz big up Frank
Bless, bro. That was
and JK, LFC Aaron. Hi Frank and JK chat.
hello, Aaron.
They're all letting on to one another now. Even the panel. All right, all right. Treatment next week, Jazz, bro. I'm not looking forward to it. I hope, well, I don't know what you've got, but I'll be going in for the op soon myself. I'm supposed to go to a party tonight, birthday party.
Looks like you're not going then.
I don't know whether she's a lovely lady. I wonder, should I go or should I stay? I don't know. It's like
I'm
one
just
of
thinking
those.
that you got to do that at the party. Sing that song. You imagine it, that'd be funny.
Who sang that? The band is only one more dancer. Oh, I seen a fella singing that, in the pub, and he's get up and stand. Should have been. I wonder, should I go or should I stay? Very, very funny, honestly. Oh. The dad says, Frank, I hope you're there well today. I feel good, I do feel all right, if you know what I mean. I do. But, as I said, I'm not looking forward to operations and things. Anyway, Panov says Abramovich made interest-free loans to Chelsea. That's how they operated, and then loans were written off when they forced him to sell. City make up blank sponsors with millions. We can't do that. No, of course not. No, of course not. Panov, we had David Moores as the owner. David Moores was a proper Liverpool supporter. And when that Abramovich came, he just said, I can't compete. Because they were buying players overpriced, as you know, totally overpriced. Say like a player was worth 10 quid. They were paying like 50, if you know what I mean. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so he couldn't compete. Now, David Moores, you've got to give David Moores his due. As I said, he was a big red. He was a red. He was like us. He was passionate. Went mad when we got beat, and not mad, but, so disappointed, deflated, like we are. Anyway, he built the cop up. He built the cop up. He put an extra stand on the Annie Road stand. And he built the Kenny Dalglish stand up. And he still bought players. Think about that. Just think about it. For 1 second, think about what he did. Yet, same happening now, but there's no investment. I keep saying this, and no one says, yeah, you're right. 4 years to buy a midfielder. 4 years. We bought Thiago. 4 years later, at least we bring someone else in. 4 years later. And I was screaming out for midfielders even then.
We still are. How many years have I've been talking about a DM? We need like a Rodri level DM. If we
Precisely.
had, I always say that if we had Rodri and all that time Klopp was with us, or he came in the last few years, we would have learned a lot more. It's just that one position, because I think defensively it would have made the defense better, and attack-wise we were always going to score goals. So it was just that one position, that DM position, that's always messed us up.
If we was about the likes of the type of Mascherano, Javier Mascherano.
It's his birthday today.
Hey?
It's his birthday today.
Really, is it?
Oh. Yeah.
How old is he?
I don't know. He must be about, how old is he then?
Must be in his 40s, mustn't he? You know, late 30s now, be in his 40s, won't he?
He's in his 40s.
He was brilliant. Fancy having him. What if he was in that team today?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you needed him. I always said, though, we never replaced him. Like we didn't replace Xabi Alonso for years. We never replaced Xabi, Mascherano, any of them. Steven Gerrard. Steven.
For me, Kevin De Bruyne would have been that Steven Gerrard replacement. Henderson, he did what he did. But for me, Kevin De Bruyne, Liverpool fan,
Yeah,
Liverpool as a kid. And for me, where was Edwards or whoever was in charge of the transfers that time?
Yeah.
What? Didn't they do their homework knowing this guy's gone to Wolfsburg from Chelsea, done really well in Germany, and then we didn't go for him? And look what he did at Man City. You know? So, crazy.
So, I don't know, but it's still lack of investment, that's all.
Yeah, it's the cherry on top of the cake. They'll give you the cake, cream, everything, but they won't put that cherry on the top.
No.
Simple as.
No. And, you've got to look at what Klopp did with what he had. I've been watching games, the likes of the Barca game, the likes of the Man United game. I'm not talking about the 7-0. I'm talking about the 4-1 up at Old Trafford when the likes of Torres scored. He went on and equalised because they went into the lead through a penalty. Then, a little bit further on, the likes of Mane, Salah, Bobby, those forwards.
Yeah. Salah loves playing against United.
And, and this is what I say, with proper investment, we would have won a lot more. That's in my opinion. It really is in my opinion. Would you say that with investment? You see, I was screaming out for midfielders. And, after we bought Thiago, because he was getting injured all the time. And Naby Keita was getting injured. I said, why don't we bring a couple of players, top quality players? Why don't we bring them in? We can't rely on these two. And if we would have done that with top quality midfielders, not injury prone, I think that we would have broken all kinds of records, like league points, when we were beaten by 1. I always remember drawing at Anfield, Tottenham 1-1, and I said at the time, do you know what? If we'd have invested in midfielders, our midfielder could have scored and we would have beat them. And that was at the time. And we went on, we got beat by 1 point. The league, 1 point. And I said that I said it coming out of that game. I said, why didn't we invest? Why? Why haven't we invested? We could have beat them tonight with a little bit of investment. That's what I said anyway. Whether it was just anger. Hit the likes, lads. LFC, Aaron. I just subbed to the channel. Do you know what? I'm not being funny, but do you know, I should have a lot more than what I have. And I'll tell you for why, Aaron. And I've said it for a long time now. What YouTube do, they unsub from, the likes of this, for example, and others. And I was looking at some political thing last night, and the fella said, if you're a YouTube user, YouTube have been doing this for a long time, unsubbing people. They've subbed to you, but they want you to subscribe again. And I've been saying that for a long time as well. But different things are saying, the YouTube are unsubscribing certain people because they want you to subscribe again to show that, I don't know, is it their database, how many people are like looking at YouTube. So they go around every channel unsubscribing. So people will subscribe and go, oh, yeah, they're still there. That's a shame, really. That'd be me. But anyway, thanks, Alan. Thank you so much. Yeah, look at this pen picture there. Stevie Nicol.
Yep.
What a player Stevie was. Chris says, gonna say adios for a moment, Frank. Have a feeling the goons will not like this discussion. Take care of yourself. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, we're talking about films. This is a film. This is the documentary.
Yeah, we're talking about the Liverpool supposed documentary that's going to come out.
The LFC, Aaron, look. Frank, will you be going to New York to watch us play? That's the most disgraceful thing. And I know some people are saying, oh, we didn't say that. It's like, I keep saying, I've said this on a number of occasions now. Well, not a number of occasions, said it once or twice. I always, a few years ago, there was an email leaked by John Henry. And he said, he was talking to somebody, sending in, he said, oh, I have to go over to that shit old Liverpool. I have to travel over there, or I have to go over there. That shit old Liverpool. And that was leaked, and he tried to deny it. He tried to say, I never said that. It must have been someone in the office. Just imagine someone in his office using his private email. There's no way that would happen. No way. No way. It was leaked. And that's what he thought about us. That's why he doesn't come in. He's not interested. They had to stay on his yacht. And in Boston, and in Wall Street, the Wall Street people. And the LFC, Aaron. Only joking, Frank. FFS. 40 today. Is it your birthday?
Happy birthday, man.
Oh, it's your birthday, mate. That's great. I always remember when I was 24 years of age. It was my birthday. And I goes around to my grandmother, and I said to her, "Do you know what?" I said, "It's my birthday today," and I've always thought this, by the way. I'm at the best age anyone can be at. That's when I was 24. I've always thought that. Just wish I was 60 again. You know what I mean? Never mind 24. And the panel says, was that on Klopp though, or FSG? Was that on Klopp or FSG? We don't really know, do we? Klopp was happy being loyal to Endo, Ginny, etc. Because he couldn't get the money, Panov. Believe it, honestly, he couldn't get the money. He wanted Shumini. And, you know, the spin, you've got to look at the bigger picture. Everyone, I'm not saying you, Pan, I'm not having a go, mate. Honestly, please believe that I'm not having a go. But you've got to look at the bigger picture. You know, all of a sudden it was, Shumini's head was he wanted to go to Real Madrid. No, he didn't. He wanted to come here. That's spin. Anyone can spin anything. Politicians do it. Business people do it. There's loads of spin going on today, right now. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about what's going on in the world. Loads of spin, lies, propaganda. So you have Bellingham. Now we not unless you don't know, unless you know, I don't know. Are there supporters out there? When Bellingham, everybody thought that we were getting Bellingham, and we were. But FSG turned and they said, "No, you're not having him." So there was something behind that. Why wasn't, because Klopp said I was humiliated, unless I've been dreaming it, in bed when I've been asleep. Been dreaming what he said, Klopp. I was humiliated in front of his family because they were here, his family. Mate of mine bumped into his dad because he was in, forget what, the line of the thing. I'm actually giving a talk there on Monday at the Liner Hotel, but I think he was staying there. I think so. Anyway, he said, "Do you know who I bumped into?" And I said, "Jude Bellingham's dad." He said, his brother. His mother was there, but he was talking to her. He said, "I would up here in Liverpool for me boy." That's what he said. Think about that. Unless my mate was telling me lies. Why would he say that? Why would he phone me? I've just been talking to Jude Bellingham. He's cooked. Think about it. Then all of a sudden, he wanted to go to Real Madrid. Because Klopp came out, didn't he? And said, "If I would have had them players, look what Liverpool would have achieved." That's what he said. That's what he said. He only said it a month or two ago. LFC, what's the difference between Gerrard and Kevin De Bruyne? Big difference. Steven Gerrard, to me, was the greatest manager. No, he wasn't. The greatest player. Even Zidane said it. Zidane, loads have said it. Loads. He said it was the greatest midfielder of his generation. Think about that. Think about that. And there's the big difference with Steve. Would you agree with this, JK? Would you agree that Steven Gerrard plays with some awful players?
Yep.
He dragged them through. Kevin De Bruyne is playing with world-class players.
Yep.
Big difference there, you see. That's the difference.
For me, Gerrard, the best ever.
Oh, Steven
The best
Gerrard,
ever.
miles better than De Bruyne. Miles better. Miles better. And I'm not being biased. I just think he is. I think Frank Lampard was better than that De Bruyne, I'm being honest. Albeit he plays with all world-class players. Not better than Steven, though. What was that? Got it here. Look at that. Paul said, yeah, look, LFC, Adam. One of them doesn't show up in finals. Spot on. You know, he's talking
Yeah,
about Ryan and he's
yeah.
talking about Steven.
Yeah, Stevie G is final. He's gonna win you that game, man.
Bang on. Bang
Yeah,
on
De
there.
Bruyne, he goes missing. FA Cup went missing as well against United.
And yeah, Paul saying, we did replace Alonso Frank with bloody Christian Pulse. And what was that fella? Leonardson. Do you remember Leonardson?
Yeah, from Wimbledon.
Oh, man. Like the discussion, Frank been following it. Won't give up on our club, though. We are Liverpool, not Barca. Jurgen said we are superpower. Let's prove it, says Maristan. Frank, it all started when we failed to invest properly after we won the. This is it, mate, and this is what we've been trying to say. We've said it. JK and I said it millions of times. Millions of times. Millions. What does Abdul say? Abdul Rahim. Good afternoon, Frank, JK and guest. How are you?
Afternoon.
And also, how is your family? Free Palestine. Free Julian Assange. Speak the truth. American undercover operations and speak out. Like you never walk alone, many thanks, says Abdul Rahim. Absolutely, I agree on everything there, Rahim. And if you look at my, what's behind me, you'll see Free Julian. So, totally agree with you there, my friend. Totally agree. Steve, get on, love, hate. It's brilliantly mad. I've been watching. I had to turn it off though because of the Cumberbatch film set in the 80s. So I threw that on. Good, but I had to turn it off. Paul Turner, as I understand it, the Alonso situation was caused because Rafa had to sell to buy, even more restricted than Jurgen. Just fact checking. Oh, just checking. I'm still subscribed, fortunately. Thanks, Scottish. Thanks, Scottish. But it's true, they just unsubscribe. It's the owners who's unsubscribing us on all LFC YouTube channels. No Frank Mascherano birthday.
Oh, it's not his birthday, okay. Oh. He's 40, Mascherano then.
He's 40.
He looks like he was at Liverpool a long time ago. Like footballers can play until 35, 36.
Yeah.
So if he's 40, like when did he retire then? Does anyone know?
What?
When did he retire?
I don't know. He went to Saudi, didn't he?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went to Saudi. And remember when he won the European Cup at Barca? And he said, that's for Liverpool.
Hmm.
Hey, will he? He said, that's for Liverpool. To the fans. He didn't want to leave. Forced out, as usual. Anyway, Steve Evans, how many centuries ago were you 24 then, Francis? Say Steve Evans. See, Steve Evans was a very good friend of mine. He's one of them ex friends. You know what I mean? I built the pyramids, mate. I built the pyramids. Oh, Philip Jones, hiya Philip. Frank, Liverpool and Everton stand together. Though the hard and tough time, we are both Merseyside teams, Everton and Liverpool. He's an Evertonian as Philip and his brother. Anyway, Abdul, we should get Edison number 6. At least, yeah, right wing. Trafford, second goalkeeper. And Asio centre back. Do you think we should cash in for Diaz and Salah, reinvest in the squad, but young, hungry, world class and talented players, hungry? See, this is our problem. Why do we have to sell to buy? Why? We should invest. There's loads of money there. I'll just say, yeah, but come buy who you want. I said, and I'll keep repeating that. If Jürgen was still our manager, we were waiting for next season. As I just said, I'll say now, we only needed 2 players.
Yeah.
He would have brought in 2 players. That's all we needed. So, Abdul, yeah, you're right, mate. I asked you that, Aaron. I thought you meant it was your 40th birthday, mate. So did I. That's the pan of us, saying to Aaron. Godzilla Minus One is being added to streaming. I watched it on Netflix. Brilliant film. Best ever. I highly recommend it, even if you don't like. Yeah. Is that the Korean films, KG films? No, I like it. I like that. I like the Korean films. They come up with some smashing stuff. To be honest, but come up with some smash. I was just sitting there one night. I'm going back a couple of years ago, and I went, "What's this? Train to Busan." Oh, put it on. And normally I don't like the zombie films, but that was brilliant. Train to Busan. Good.
Who directed that? Do you know?
Train to Busan.
Yeah, I think that name rings a bell.
Oh, I don't know. He was at obviously he's a South Korean, but it was a cracking film, and he had made some good films. He really have. The special effects are brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
The panel says Shumani wants a Madrid. Frank, come on, they all do. Yeah, so do you reckon that Trent will be going there? Let's see, Aaron. Difference being Stevie had to virtually carry a team at times and can do the lot. Tackle, pass, shoot from distance, and is scouse. Better, as Mary Stan says. Yes. And he just agrees. Yeah, you're right there. Richard Hutchinson, big up Frank and JK and guess your shout. What will happen when Arnie Sloot with FSG, Julian Ward, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes and Board? What will happen?
Well,
I just want Liverpool to win every game. I want Liverpool to be champions. I want Liverpool to do everything.
I just feel see how they handle Klopp's transfer budget is going to be even tighter now with this guy.
Yeah.
Like for me, Klopp top 2-3 managers in the world, and they can't if they don't give him a good big transfer budget. What they're going to give Arne Slot? The guy who got 15 players for 13 million. Yeah, crazy.
Do you know what I think they might do though? If I was them, I'm being honest here. If I was FSG, well, he's not buying them, is he? Arne Slotter's got no say in the matter, apparently. Who's going to come in and who's going out. So they could just say to Edwards, yeah, here's a few bob. Get a marquee sign to sweeten the bitter pill. Could do it. I'm not saying they will though, but if I was them, I'd do it. Get a marquee sign in it. I'm going to go right down, boys. I'm not picking these out down. These are just random, by the way. Paul Taylor, it's a smoke screen so the owners can say they were interested in top quality players, then pull out. They've always done it. When they hear the cost and go on to a cheaper option. That's true. It's again. Did you see that yesterday, England? Yeah, I don't watch England. Sorry, I don't watch them, so I can't. Right? I don't watch them. It's all because of I've always supported the Azzurri, Italy, from a very young age. Even as yet, I'd say, well, and he knows that I support, always have done. And what made me more determined was Hillsborough, never to support England. Because England represents the establishment, you know that. I hope you know that. And I'm totally against this establishment. Totally against it. After Hillsborough. So that's me. That's just me being personal. I hate thinking about Hillsborough. It really knocks me. And the cover up, the lies, everything. And that's all that was coming out. The horrible paper and the truth. So, England, nah, no support. Not interested in it. It's like anything else, Would you ever support Man United? Would you ever support Man United? It's like that with me. I support, and I have done since I was a young kid, the Azzurri, Italy. Always have done. And I'll support them. this time.
But who do you think will win the Euros? I think someone asked in the questions earlier.
Oh, did they? I don't know. I haven't really looked yet. I
I think
haven't.
Daz asked. Yeah, Daz.
Who's you? Who's you fancy?
Like, I believe is that these two guys, Portugal or France, who are going to win it. France always strong, you know. Portugal
Yeah,
as well. They got the players,
yeah.
but yeah, Italy.
No, Italy are just coming back, aren't they? From terrible times. They never even. Uh, I don't give Italy much chance for some reason. I just don't love to see them win it.
Yeah,
But they're on the decline. Well, they were on the decline. I think they're just coming back now.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Like even if Holland win it with the Liverpool connection there, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Gapco, why not as well?
And the Panov says, why don't EFC drink tea? Because they've got no cups. I wonder if he just made that up.
That's a classic right there.
They've got no cups. The funniest thing, any Evertonian looking, and I think you must laugh at this, and I'm not being funny. It was a BBC reporter, and he was going around the Everton. They were in the dressing room, not the dressing room, where the cabinets are, and there was a big cabinet, and he said, this cabinet is made especially for the European Cup when Everton win it. But what was inside it was a cuckoo clock. Cuckoo clock. And he stands it. Well, next to a cuckoo clock. And I thought, why does Everton allow that to be filmed? It was on the BBC. It was absolutely ridiculous. Darryl Merry, Portugal will win the Euros.
They got a good chance. Yeah.
Richard Hutchinson, France, Portugal, Germany, Spain, Italy, not England and Holland. Spain are a good side. Spain is a good side. Darryl says, Austin says, hello, Frank. Hello, Austin. I hope you're well, lad. I hope you're okay. Sitting there with your dad. Looking at me. And JK. Why don't Spurs drink coffee or tea because they have the trophies or cup in their cabinet? Why don't Spurs drink coffee or tea because they have the trophies or cup in their cabinets? Now, is that they don't? I don't get that.
Oh, too funny.
And the bunker says they have got a cup of FA. They have got a cup, FA Cup in '95, says the bunkers. He's a close-up blame. Barry Stan says, Darryl would rather Trent went on the beach and kicked the ball about there instead. Too many times the Reds get in for England. Scouse not English.
True.
Yeah.
And Gomez is back after what happened to him last time, remember? With England training. No one even talked about who did it to him or whatever, but we all know. But Yeah, I don't really want to see Trent play for England.
No. It's
The thing
like,
is, these guys. Oh, here you go.
no, Jamie Redknapp. Every time Jamie Redknapp went away for England, I thought Jamie Redknapp was brilliant, you know. But anyway, every time he went away for England, he got injured. Every time. It ruins his career at Liverpool.
Mm.
And we've proved once again today that we are passionate fans for our football club on a film review with football match.
Yeah, football's a big thing. It's the biggest football.
I think it's a bloody excuse. I don't know. Norman, Brazil will win the Euros.
Outside chance. Outside chance. Far outside chance, yeah. Bless Norman.
Richard Hutchinson. Trent and Joe Gomez should come home. We support Scousland. You never walk alone. Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
I
But
don't think they
anyway,
both will start anyway, my opinion. I don't think they will start, them two.
no, I hope not anyway.
Yeah.
I wonder if Joe will go though. Joe might go, you know. They might sell Joe.
Yeah.
You know,
Look,
we're
with,
going to sell players. No matter what, we're going to sell players.
mm-hmm.
We're going to sell players.
I think Gomez is too important, like because of his versatility and stuff. You don't get rid of them type of players, you know. That's my opinion. I think Gomez last season was one of our best players. When you look at the bigger picture, Gomez was up there, top 5 anyway.
Well, Spurs wanted him, didn't they, last January?
Okay.
They wanted Joe. They wanted him.
Maybe he wants to return down south again because he's from
Yeah.
London, so
Yeah.
that could be a reason why as well.
And Norman, I had a bet with the lads once, and I said Italy for Euros. He said Brazil. I said, you sure? He says, yeah. I said, you better. But you're a tenner these days. He says, okay. I believe that, you know.
It can happen.
Do you know Americans? I was watching something, and they were going around, and they asked this young fella, young American, like a student, you know, 18, 19. And he said, do you know where the UK is? You know, the United Kingdom. And he talked for a while and said, this is in Mexico. Think about that. And Americans. They couldn't even point out. They couldn't even point out where they lived, what state. You know, on a blind map.
Yeah.
They couldn't point out. Think about that. On a blind map. When I was 13, 14, was a younger, don't know. I drew a map of the world. Think about that. Paul Taylor, Barry Chuck never did a film review like this. The channel says Trent will 100% start. Always liked Romanian players like Hagi, says Norman. Yeah, he was great, him, Hagi. I liked Hungarian players like Ferenc Puskás. Unbelievable, him. Back then, I vaguely recall Redknapp being injured in the season. We were going for the league. Frank as a coach or manager. Oh, I don't know. Frank as a coach or manager. Yeah, in Mexico, yeah. We're in Mexico. Mexico. And Louis Armstrong, first man on the moon. Yeah, most probably. But anyway, I'm going to leave it now, lads and girls. I've got to... yeah, look, Daniel says Jones for 40, Diaz for 70, Gomez for 40. I don't want Jones to go. I really don't.
But I think his contract is a long contract still, and he's on like 15 grand a week or something, like something real low wages. So maybe he wants to move to get better wages.
Yeah.
You know, go to, I don't know, which team could he go to? Imagine he went to Tottenham. He'll get 100 grand or whatever a week. So, yeah.
It's ridiculous what some players are on, though. It is.
Yeah, Diaz, Jones on low wages. I don't know about Gomez.
I think young Elliott is as well. I think all those young players are on very low wages. Paul Taylor, do you remember the defender we had Mark Kennedy? He was an international for the
Yeah.
Yeah. I do actually, Mark Kennedy. But, you know, he was in and out of the team, wasn't he, Kennedy? In and out. He was always injury prone as well. And Norman says, Jones annoys me because he has talent. Just when you think he is going to flourish, he stagnates. Big year for him. Last chance, in my view, this season.
My opinion is exactly the same as that, Norman. I believe him and Darwin, I would say, the two players, they need to have a good season next season.
Maristan, don't sell players, sell Fenway back to Biden. Yeah. Thanks, Frank and JK from FK Montenegro Reds. Have a good weekend and a good rest, Frank. Thank you. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. And on that note, I've got to get a shower, shave, and everything, you know. Wash my bones. And to sit and contemplate whether to go to this bloody party.
Yeah.
I said to her, Francine, do you fancy coming? And she went, no, I might. I haven't heard from her since. So that means no. Then Francine doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't ring me, doesn't get in touch or anything. That's why I said, when she said, can I come on next Tuesday, Dad? I said, yeah, but don't let me down. I won't hear from her. If she's not coming on, I will not hear from her. I ring her. No answer. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. I would not at all McConnell out on loan either. Hang on. I would not allow McConnell out on loan either. I think she's answering there, Mary. Norman should keep the young squad we have. Add a couple of top players, no more squad level. That's spot on, and I'm going to end with that, Mary. So listen, boys and girls, thank you for joining JK and myself this morning. We went through some fantastic films and TV series to watch, as you all know. And we'll just see you for a TV review next Saturday morning. We'll also be seeing you during the week on the football show, which is Tuesday and Thursday. We've got George Scott back on Tuesday. And George Scott was not on, JK, was not on the Anfield Rap or any other AirPod. Did you know that? He sent me an email.
Mm-hmm.
So I think someone was trying to wind us up.
That's not good.
And Paul Turner, great film review, Frank. It's the best we can do for all our film fans and TV series fans. We did mention Love Island that we don't watch. We mentioned Train to Busan, Godzilla. So they didn't get a mention. Anyway, I've got to leave it, boys and girls, and JK. JK's got to get back to work. He's cutting the grass. He's a gardener. He's a gardener in some nursery, and he has to go around cut grass, put little, make sure that the little plant pots are watered, and that's what he does. Goes around. Little green.
And you're an opera singer tonight on the stage at the birthday party with that number. What's that number again? One more time.
One more time. Yeah. Do you know what? I would have loved to have gone and seen the other night Andrea Bocelli. Because one of my favourite songs is Conte Partiro, which is Time to Say Goodbye. And absolutely, and I would have loved to have gone down and seen him because he would have sung that. But I have seen him live actually in Sorrento.
Okay.
He appeared at a theatre, and I said, I'm going to see him. Went and seen him, got his autograph, signed my programme. And he's tall, he's not a little fella, he's tall, he's very tall and slim. Did you know that he was a lawyer?
No.
He was a lawyer, yeah. Yeah. Andrea Bocelli. Paul Turner. Take care, Frank and JK. Have a good weekend, and you too.
You too, Paul.
Don't overdo it in the nightclub, Frank, with all them strippers. Yeah, why not? Film review featuring LFC. Yeah. All right then. I'm not saying that joke, you. Norman. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it now. Just gotta say, JK, thank you everybody who's taken time to keep us company. Talk loads of film and the TV. Obviously, that was brilliant. You all know what to watch now, and thank you for your suggestions as well. What to watch. As I say, with a smile on my face. Thank you so much. Thanks, JK. See you Tuesday.
Take care.
Don't forget my history show as well on Monday night. My history show, which will be good. All history. You'll like it. Okay, thank you. So all you history books, though. See you soon. See you Tuesday. Bye now.